Hey Brian, I messed with this a little bit, and I think, much to my dismay, you're going to like this. I think it's too heavy up there, but if we did this, what I would do, I would try to do it with a deeper truss, and then we'd get rid of this beam. Let me show you what it looks like without that beam. Now, I've I can't say I'm positive that I can do this because that's a very deep beam that crosses, spans across there. But I know you're going to like that. I just know it. What I might have to do to get this to work, because this won't just be parapet walls. Well, let me take it back. I can't get the beam to work. I don't know how I'd get the beam to work. If I get rid of the beams, I have to use a deeper truss. That's all there is to it. I'm not getting rid of them. I'm embedding them in the truss. And I might even have a detail for that. I could show you what I'm talking about. Yes, right here. So all this would go away. Here, let's just get rid of that. The bottom of the truss would be here. Fits right into there like so. And then the truss continues on to the fascia detail. And the truss is just made. Wouldn't have a girder truss there. Yeah, could I do a girder? No, I couldn't. Uh, the truss is made to work off of that beam. This would not be here. And that beam so big, it's made to, the truss is actually sitting on that. That goes away. This becomes full member. I'm taking the time to do this because I'll probably tune this up and use it. Um, the truss is made to sit on that beam. So we've got the beam up there. Come on, what's wrong with you? That has a block built into the truss that spans it. This top member would have to be bigger. I got to check with the truss company because that's a deep truss, but a deep beam. But that's how it would work. And I just have to make sure that I have enough room to the bottom of these windows. It needs a minimum of like 8 inches below the window for it to work, to waterproof it and everything. And I might have that. I don't know. I could raise those windows up a little bit too if I had to make it work. Kind of like them where they're at. Yeah, I could raise them up a little bit, not much. Um, Worst case scenario, we put a parapet on there, we keep the beams, and we box them in, and I'll bet you still like that. I can make that work. That's just a parapet around there. And then what I do to get rid of the downspouts, you wouldn't have a gutter, obviously. You'd have downspouts, but I'd use roof drains that fit right above where the uh, downspouts would come. And you'd have a couple of scuppers out here over each one of those. That's all. You'd have a little scupper, a little scupper, a little scupper, so a little square. You know, you have to have those in case this fills up with water and that drain clogs, that it has someplace to go, so it would spill out. Um, I know you're going to like that, so I'm going to leave it. And there's your squares. I don't like that either, but yeah, that's not a big deal. I really like this project though. becoming way invested here. uh, that looks good. That's fine. And this is what I wanted you to see what I'm trying to do up inside there. Um, use that siding or something that you can stain that's similar to the siding and create these reliefs up there. And it really softens that and makes it really interesting. If it's just stucco here, it's just cold and I don't know. It warms it up a whole lot more, gives it more character, in my opinion, to have those inserts. Again, you don't have to do that. I'm going to show it on the plans so you can, but you don't have to do that. Okay, put another one in Brian's column. I think the easiest way to do it is leave the beam. To get rid of the beam is going to be a challenge, but I think with what we're doing there, that looks fine. It would have a copper top or a metal top like that does, going around it. I know you're going to like that, so we'll keep that in there. All right, work on the other stuff. Thanks, Brian.